A judge in the United States has sentenced 3 Nigerians to 235 years in prison.
Three Nigeria was sentenced to 235 years in prison in the United States of America. Nígbà tí àwọn èèyàn bá kó ọrọ̀ jọ tán ṣiṣẹ́, àfi kẹ́yìn máa ṣe yahoo kẹ́ máa lo jìbìtì, kẹ́ máa ṣe apanilẹ́kúnjayé. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn ènìyàn ló ti pokùnso. Tí nǹkan bá ṣẹlẹ̀ sí òyìnbó, kò sí nǹkan tí òyìnbó ò lè ṣe síra ẹ̀. Ẹ jókòó sí South Africa, ẹ ń hùwà ìbàjẹ́, ẹ rò pé kò síbi tí Nàìjíríà, kò síbi tí Amẹ́ríkà ò ti lè lọ gbéyàn. In all over the world, kò sí bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Wọ́n á já lọ bẹ̀, wọ́n á lọ gbé ẹni. Ayé tẹ́lẹ̀ lẹ́rù. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọmọ wa tẹ́ ń tẹ fóònù tó lẹ́ ń tẹ̀ka ní Nàìjíríà, wọ́n lẹ́ ń ṣe kí ni wọ́n máa ń pè, ẹ̀ ń ṣáṣẹ́. Ẹ wá fẹ́lẹ́ kẹ́ fi kọ́gbọ́n, ẹ wá wo fọ́nrán yìí, kẹ́ wá gbọ́ ìròyìn yẹn bó ṣe lọ lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ nínú fọ́nrán torí mi ò ní sọ̀rọ̀ pọ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ wò ó.
A judge in the United States has sentenced 3 Nigerians to 235 years in prison. We have Olumide Sheun Oyeton, 30 years old, sentenced to 95 years in prison. We have Razak Aderoju Rahim, 31 years old, sentenced to 115 years in prison. And we have Femi Alexander Muiz, 45 years old, sentenced to 25 years in prison. 115 years in prison. Why did the American authority sentence 3 Nigerians to 235 years? That is a story that you're about to hear. The story started with 3 young Nigerians that went to university together. They were all friends. They had big dreams. They wanted to make it big. These guys were frustrated and unemployed after graduating from school in Nigeria. They started looking for ways to make money, and they were convinced that they had a brighter future. They searched for ways to make money quickly. Online scheme appeared to offer the best platform for them to realize their dream. What began as an idea among them gradually became something bigger. And they said, we can hit it big. They discovered that internet offered a platform for them to amplify their skill. Soon, they started looking for opportunities of building relationships. These guys went online and they did the unthinkable. They harvest people's picture, use it to create profile, and they started reaching out to vulnerable women and men in America. Some of these people are people that are lonely and just need somebody to speak to. Before you know what was happening, they befriended them and they started talking to them. These people, some of them, they haven't had any attention for a while. All of a sudden, they started getting loads of attention from these guys, and they were happy, thinking that they found real relationship. And before you know what was happening, these guys started telling them all sorts of stories. We are based in Afghanistan. We've got this, we are trapped. They started sending them money. These guys thought they were in love with these guys and they wanted to help. After they have draw all the money from their bank account, they have convinced people to send all their money to them. They will then bring others scam. When their friends have check that they want to cash, forge check, fake check, and they will send it to these guys to go and help them catch it. These guys, some of them, they gave everything that they had. They gave it to these guys. Before you know what was happening, the authorities in America started suspecting that these guys, something wasn't right. They emptied their bank account. The American authority, they used the VPN and they tracked these Nigerians to South Africa where they were based. Eventually, after several operations, These Nigerians were rounded up in South Africa and they were extradited to the United States to go and face the music of the song that they played. Oye, Lotan, Rahim, and Muiz, and 3 others, they were extradited to Mississippi, deep south. If you want to scam anybody, they tell you that they live in deep south, Texas, Alabama, Mississippi, Kansas, those places in America, it is called red states. They will give you prison terms like 200 years in prison if you're caught. In court, these guys were presented with evidence. The judge was able to look that the prosecutors have presented their case beyond reasonable doubt. And these guys, Oyelo Tan and Rahim, were additionally convicted for conspiracy involving bank fraud and money laundering. And other ones were convicted for wire fraud, identity theft, credit card, theft of government properties, and they even hack email. These guys, they have now received a total of 235 years. If you have any doubt about the veracity of this story, you can just Google it. They have now been sentenced to 235 years. Even one of them, when he dies, they will still put chain around his cuff. He's still in prison. If there's another life, he will still be in prison. Somebody, they gave him 115 years in prison. Their story began out of frustration. They had talent, skills, but they used it the wrong way. They wanted to be rich overnight. Some people have said everything that is happening is a reflection of the manifestation of the Nigerian society. A society where people don't question people's source of wealth. In fact, they know that you are a thief. They worship you. The politicians are doing theirs. The masses are doing, politicians are doing Yahoo boys with state money and our federal money. Why the masses themselves, they are looking for ways. There's a case of another Nigerian here now who is now in jail. This is another Nigerian man who was jailed for scamming. All the houses that Muiz and these other guys have in Banana Island is somebody that didn't know how you work for the money. They are the ones that will be enjoying everything that you have worked for while you are serving 115 years in prison. Some people said that Nigerian society will continue to have reports like this because everybody in Nigeria wants to be rich by all means necessary, even if you means doing things that everybody knows is wrong. We do not question. Some people said the politicians are the ones that amplify corruption in Nigeria. They have given examples of how the president of Nigeria, who is shredded with different forms of allegation of corruption, we do not even know which country the guy comes from. He has a passport of Guinea and his date of birth, we do not know. No primary school, no secondary school result, and is linked with allegations of drug dealings in America. People say that is why Nigeria is rotting from the top to the top. Everybody corruption. And those of you that leave comment, that demarketing Nigeria. I am educating people about the evil that corruption is doing to our society. If you know anyone who has been able to raise 200,000 pounds for victim of COS on this platform, I am the only one. I did not take a penny. If my child is corrupt, I will name and shame him here. I do not condone corruption. So those of you making those silly comments, demarket Nigeria, the Tinubu that is awarding contract to himself, is he promoting Nigeria? I have done more promoting Nigeria than the president of Nigeria. So before you make those stupid comments, think twice. And show me if you know anybody that have raised 200,000 pounds. That's about 400 million naira. And I did not collect a penny. So make sure you keep quiet. What are the lessons that can be learned from this case? Number one, Trust can be manipulated. Online relationship require caution. Small actions can have serious consequences. Cybercrime crosses border. Crime can only have heavy price. Those of you Nigerians and non-Nigerians that have nothing to do with crime, please continue. There is dignity in labor. I have lived in the UK for 28 years, 26 years. When somebody knocks on my door, I'm not afraid. I have nothing to hide. I have my peace of mind. It's worth more than money. Continue to work hard. There's dignity in labor. And those of you condoling corruption, attacking people like me, instead of attacking the criminals, one day, Moki will go market, it not go come back. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Peace and love. I'll see you soon.
òun náà lẹ wò yẹn ẹnu onípọ̀n báyìí láti ń gbọ́ pọ̀n òun náà lẹ gbọ́ yẹn ṣé ẹ gbọ́ mọ́ ṣe narrate ẹ̀ àwọn èèyàn á ṣiṣẹ́ ẹ jòkó ẹ máa ṣe fraud kò síbi tí ẹ kò sí nǹkan tí ọmọ nàìjíríà ò kí ń dánwò láwọn ọdún tó kọ àwọn ọdún sẹ́yìn nínú ìlú yìí àwọn ọmọ nàìjíríà wọ́n á lọ síbi tí wọ́n ti rẹ́ǹtì mọ́tò wọ́n á lọ rẹ́ǹtì mọ́tò olóye bíi owó mọ́tò olówó ńlá wọ́n lè rẹ́ǹtì ẹ̀ for 5 days wọ́n á rẹ́ǹtì ẹ̀ wọ́n á dẹ̀ drive ẹ̀ lọ sí another state wọ́n á lọ ship mọ́tò yẹn wọ́n á ship ẹ̀ lọ sí nàìjíríà brand new mọ́tò owó rẹ́ǹtì yẹn nìkan òun làwọn tó ní máa rí gbà wọ́n á kàn rẹ́ǹtì ẹ̀ for just 5 days wọ́n á san ẹ́ ní àmọ́.